Take a look at number 1 up in front. Paul Andrews, the crew chief on this one, buddy. And what a remarkable job Steve Park is doing, leading his boss by about 1 4/10 of a second now.
You know, you're exactly right. He's not losing any ground whatsoever. Steve Park out there going. This all started happening back in Richmond not long ago. He was up front there. All of a sudden, Steve Park is healthy again after being hurt last year, showing what Dale Earnhardt saw in him when he hired him to drive that car.
Let's go to Mike Hogwood right now with Paul Andrews.
Yeah, Paul's here. Paul, you talk about bonding in a hurry. You and your driver have found some chemistry, and what a job he's doing out there on the track.
I tell you, it's a good organization. I'm glad to be over here, and things are going real well, of course. You know, I really didn't think that many people would sit. Of course, everybody did except us, but I thought it was a pretty conservative move what we did, you know, by staying out. But we're just glad to get this pinball Chevrolet up in front, and we're glad to be here.
What's your driver saying about the track? Is it changing a lot?
Track's been good. The car's been pretty good. You know, really no big changes, really from start of the race to right now. We just kind of adjusted the car just a little bit.
That's Paul Andrews, the crew chief, and they've just added another member to this team. Dave Sharpenshire, one of the great engineers in Winston Cup racing, signed on with this team today. He's sitting up here on top of the toolbox with Paul Andrews.
Just imagine only 1 lap led by Steve Park in Winston competition before this race, which he, for the moment, is the dominator.
Well, also incredible is that Steve Park has never had a top 10 in his Winston Cup career. Boy, this amalgamation between he and Andrews is just perfect. And look at Earnhardt running in second spot strong.
Yeah, Earnhardt's going to have some company pretty quick, though. That 99 car, Jeff Burton, is flying around this racetrack. He's caught Earnhardt from about a 20-car deficit right now, and you can see the interval between the two, not much.
Steve Park, he's come onto pit road, making that stop at lap 176.
Now, he has just got to hope that there is not a caution flag to allow the leaders to pit under yellow, because that could easily put him a lap down, almost certainly will.
Mike Hogwood.
Well, Steve Park said he was a little bit tight in the turn, so they made an air pressure adjustment. He had 17 laps more on those tires than the others out on the racetrack. So he does have fresh tires and a full tank of fuel, and as you say, he hopes there's no caution anytime soon.
A sink like he is, wow, he could pull the upset of the year. Well, maybe. We'll see. Leader at halfway has failed to win the last 5 races in the 600.
Well, by the same token, if we do get a caution flag when everybody needs to get tires, that's going to put Park right back in sync with everybody else, and that's really what he needs to have the best shot to win the race.
You want to talk about who's the fastest car on the racetrack? It's Burton in the 99. He's running right now just about a half a mile an hour faster than our leader, Park.
Park still has the advantage of 2 seconds, but it was considerably more than that a couple of laps ago. Burton is definitely closing the ground.
Real good job,
Steve
real
Park
good job, Steve.
number
31-40
Chevrolet.
about the same as second place now. You guys are looking real good.
To have really made a magical difference in this car. And there's the interval about to come up for you as the first and second place is demonstrated.
What you just heard was Paul Andrews, Steve Park's crew chief, telling him he did a good job, and indeed he is doing a good job tonight. The whole team is doing a good job tonight.
Nemechek getting lapped by the 99, your second place car, and it's a straightaway difference between 1 and 2.
Jeff Burton using all that racetrack up in turns 3 and 4. Very high down in there. Still running pretty low through here. Here's Steve Park, our leader, in the yellow is number 1 there.
Mark Martin stays third. Bobby Labonte, who sat on the pole with a new record for the 600, is in 4th. Dale Earnhardt Sr. in 5th, and Stewart remains in 6th. 325.5 miles are down, 217 of 400 laps, and Steve Park is the man of the hour. Staying in front, missed 15 races a year ago after he practiced and crashed in Atlanta, Georgia. He's certainly making some good time today, and it's a magical story. There's the second place car. That number 99 definitely closing down. It's now a half second between first and second place. We spotlight some more of the field here. Watching Park in the number 1 going through. He is having such a great night. Started 5th and leading now by about half second. Right behind him.
That's Jeff Burton in the 99. He's right behind Park right now, our leader.
It's a battle for the lead. Jeff Burton's up on the outside. He has tried for 6 laps to get by. Steve Park wouldn't give him ground, but this time he's going to make it through. Park put on a couple of laps. That time way up on the high side.
We're in a real good shape.
Where he seems to get such a good bite. It works for Jeff Burton.
Yeah, things are not working right now for the one of Steve Park. He just got passed for lead, and we understand he has to make a pit stop pretty quick now.
Probably in 6 laps or so.
Lap 240, he's going to have to come in and pick up fuel. Remember, he is out of sequence by approximately 17 laps with all these other cars. So here's the danger he faces once again. If he pits, then we get a caution flag and the rest of the leaders get to pit. He will almost certainly go down a lap.
325 of 600 miles have been completed, and it has been a battle most of the way between Steve Park and Jeff Burton.
This could be his caution flag right here, the rate these guys are going.
I was just saying, we say this every once in a while. That's the recipe for a wreck. It's very close.
They're on old tires right now. They're running very close together. Those are battles for position in there.
43.
Yeah, John Andretti in the 43. And what's happening right now? They're probably calling him and saying the leader's coming up on you, and he says, so? I thought he was coming a long time ago. Nothing I can do about it.
Well, he surely does. Whoa! Steve Park in trouble. Crashed.
Oh. Steve Park slams the wall and comes down into the tri-oval area right under the flag stand.
You okay in there?
That picture tells the story right there. You can see the pit crewmen. They just, wow.
His spotter on the roof looking down at the destroyed.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Steve Park, number 1.
It's over.
That's the radiator fluids coming out of the car there.
What a beautiful run
Wow.
he had going, and what a place for him to stop right at the start-finish line. On the night he might have won.
Discouragement edged on the face of the entire team. His spotter on the roof looking down as Steve Park gets into trouble.
Oh,
Ty
lap
Norris.
traffic. Ty Norris was his spotter.
and he's also the team manager. He runs this whole organization at Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. What a sad occasion. They might have won tonight. Instead, here they are wrecked at the start-finish line.
Wanted a caution, did not want to be involved in it. Steve Park out of East Northport, New York. Crew clambering down along pit road to take the equipment back, and here's the replay.
Steve Park comes right on the bottom of the racetrack, comes up, makes contact right there.
It almost looked as if he was trying to get around a car that was headed toward the pits and just sort of lost the balance of the race car. Something happened. He was clearly on old tires. He had to come in and pit within a lap or two.
There it is again. But it was just before that when it began. It was Jeremy Mayfield where it started. It was a little further up the track.
What it is, they call that an arrow push. If he started off the corner, he lost the front end, moved over into Jeremy. Light contact, he jerked the wheel, and that set him going.
Let's go down to Mike Hogwood, who was with Paul Andrews.
And Paul, what's your driver saying happened out there?
Well, it looks like he said maybe a lap car got in the way. We're not real sure right now, but well, you know, we had a good run, had a good car. We'll just have to do our best to get it fixed and see what we can do to get back in there, gain some more valuable points.
What chemistry, though? You really fit with this team.
It's worked out real good. You know, like I said, we've had a real good weekend. You know, unfortunately, it's not going to finish off on a good note, but the positive thing here is we did run good, and I think we got a lot to show them.
Down pit road now to Steve Burns.
And Mike, Jeff Burton is in. They've already changed the right side tires on the number 99. They're going to make a small adjustment, take half a pound of air out of the right front. 4 tires for Jeff Burton. Wow, another 16-second pit stop.
Pit road. Everybody's on it, but the guy that so much wanted to be there and been talking about it on the radio, Steve Park, picking up the car, equipment being moved back to the transporter, and the night ends early for the effort of the Dale Earnhardt Racing Team car with Paul Andrews as crew chief, Steve Meal as team director, having their finest night end early here in the 600. That's the way it happens in Winston Cup racing.
We've been up and down.
Steve Park standing by right now with Mike Hogwood.
All right, Steve, the run of your life going on out there. What happened?
Well, we just dropped back to second there. We were just on a little bit of a different lap sequence with tires, and Pennzoil car was running great. We just come down in between the 12 car and another car that was on the apron, and the guy on the apron come back out on the racetrack and forced me up high and got the car turned around. And just a real disappointment. This Pennzoil team's worked real hard, and with the addition of Paul Andrews, man, we just had the race of our lives going here. And I mean, I just can't explain the disappointment, but I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all the veterans who, you know, we can't forget it is Memorial Day, and you know, all the veterans that are in the stands that have given all of us young guys the opportunity to do what we love to do, and that's race cars.
Steve Park proving tonight he is for real. Steve?